Hey guys, it's Mike, the Wrestling God Smith, and you guys are watching All in Wrestling, the premier wrestling YouTube that focuses on Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, NXT, and many more. Okay, so as you know, guys, like I said, this video tonight is gonna be for the predictions, my predictions, and everything else that's gonna happen tonight on Raw, and I'm gonna do the Raw review the same day. I'm gonna do it tonight. Okay, so you guys all know. As much as I do, you guys have probably been listening to Wrestle Talk, Wrestle Zone, Bruce Pritchard, Dave Meltzer. Okay, here's what I think is gonna happen tonight on Raw. Since this Raw is pretty much the go home show for WrestleMania, and we're pretty much a week away from it. Literally a week, like literally a week away. So here's what I think is gonna happen at the end of the day. Because, like I said, I have so much mixed feelings right now, guys. I really think Seth and Brock, that Seth and Brock rivalry is at a breaking point. So the point is, Seth is gonna win. Brock, that title should have been dropped already. And you know what? This year, Brock needs to go. That dude should not be having. He shouldn't be retaining that belt. There's no way in hell he should be retaining that belt. No way. Like him having that belt, it won't work with me. It just doesn't because this belt, this universal title, it shouldn't be Brock having it because there's so many dudes that need it, right? And this is what I mean with Braun Strowman, the rest of these like the rest of these top guys that are so giftedly talented are not getting this belt. And then it's like, okay, what's gonna end up happening? Because what they're gonna do, right? They're gonna put Finn in that main event spot. They're gonna put him in that main event spot because he has the Intercontinental title. They're gonna put him in the main event spot. They're gonna put Leo Rush. They're probably gonna send him to SmackDown once the draft comes. Put him in 205 Live because that's where that dude really needs to be. Put him in 205 Live. Make him a star on SmackDown rather than be on Raw and make him a star. And then what's end up with the women's title? Either it's gonna be where that's gonna happen. The titles they're gonna get those titles because Nia Jax and Tamina, and I'll be honest, they're jobber bait. They're pushovers. They're like Cassius Ohno. He's jobber bait. I feel like they're jobber bait because the fact is Sasha and Bailey both separately on 5, 10, 15 different separate occasions have beaten Nia Jax. And Bailey beat Nia Jax for the women's championship. Sasha's beaten Nia Jax. And even Charlotte's beating her. And this is what I mean. Because at the end of the day, and I get the reasoning behind having a women's tag team division, but there really isn't a reason for it. Because the thing is, there's not enough women competitors to have that division actually be a division. It's probably just going to be Sasha and Bailey. Because if there was the Riot Squad would be fine if they had more people. It would be fine if they got people from NXT. But they're not going to bring people from NXT to make that division a reality. They can't. And what I mean is, and this is what I mean because this is what I look at Raw, and this is how I feel about it. Like even tonight, what's gonna end up happening? It's gonna be a mid card match. It's gonna be a squash match. Either Kurt's gonna have that match against Drew at WrestleMania to get the retirement, so he can go into the Hall of Fame, like so that way he can be retired since he's already in the Hall of Fame anyway. And the thing is now, it's like Drew's not really. He doesn't really have a storyline, which is kind of sad because he doesn't. He doesn't really got a storyline, so he's wandering aimlessly around Raw because he has no storyline. And then Bobby Lashley has a storyline with Finn because of the Universal title, but the rivalry's kind of old and it's stale because the fact is Leo Rush isn't doing anything. It's like putting Leo. It's like making Leo Rush be something, but he's not. And then Leo Rush isn't something because the guy they're using him, but they're not pushing him. They're not putting him in a push. They're not giving him another title to contend with. If they had the United States title, he could be United States champion and be fine. That would be a really good push for him. And that's what I mean with Leo Rush. It feels like him being on Raw was kind of dumb in the first place. And I really feel like Shane could have just took him to SmackDown and gave him a shot because I think he would have been United States champion. I think he would have been United States champion. I think the Universal title could have been better on SmackDown. I think that would have probably put more people in the title picture. That means more opportunities. That means everybody can get built, and it's not like WCW where there was a Hogan or there's a Scott Hall or there's a Kevin Nash. And I'm using, like I said, I'm using the references really, like I'm using the references, guys. Like I said, I'm looking at Raw just like you guys are, and I'm like, you know what, Raw tonight's gonna suck. It's going to suck because the fact is that title is not changing hands till WrestleMania, and I want it to change. I want Seth to have that title so all the dudes that are coming from NXT can get a shot. All dudes coming from SmackDown can get a shot. Everybody can come in and get a shot. Because it shouldn't be Brock. It just shouldn't. Because him having that belt is messing up Raw. He's holding that company hostage. He's holding it, man. I see it. Like, the dude won't defend the title, but Seth would defend that title every night if he had to. And that's what I mean. Because I mean, look, WrestleMania 35 is gonna be the longest WrestleMania ever. They're gonna have so many matches. You got to keep up with everything. And this is what I mean. There's so much money going around in it, and that's what I mean. Because it's not just a triple threat for the women's title. It's freaking Ronda Rousey fighting with them. And she can beat them both, and she's beat them both. She's beat freaking Charlotte. She's beat her on separate occasions. She'll beat Becky, because somehow Becky thinks she can get that title, and it's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen because it's not her time. It was her time when she had the title on SmackDown. It was fine when she went heel, because she went a different wall game. But now, because SmackDown's going a different way, and like I said with SmackDown, they're doing the same thing with Kevin Owens, where they want to make him World Heavyweight Champion because he's never been World Heavyweight Champion. They want to make Kofi the guy too, but they don't know what to decide. And it's not really Vince's or Triple H's thing. It's creatives' ideals. Like I said, I have so much hope for these dudes, and they're not using them properly. They're not. And I've seen it week after week after week after week. It's like Brock is holding that company hostage, and it's like they won't strip him. It's like they won't take him off they won't take him it's like they won't strip that dude off the title. They'll do it to Seth Rollins, they'll do it to Finn, but they won't do it to Brock. And I don't get it. Like, I don't get the logic in keeping a guy like Brock. That dude gets paid more than anyone. Even when CM Punk was there, and even when he became champion, right? When he became WWE champion, that dude would not drop that title. And then he waited. And then as soon as Seth got the title, oh, now we got to give Seth a challenge. Now Brock's got to actually admit he's actually beating him. Because now Paul Heyman won't even admit maybe this dude shouldn't really have that title in the beginning because he can get a better title or move on and get more money. I mean, come on. Even with the Ruthless Aggression era, when they had the World Heavyweight title, everybody had a chance to get the title. Even with Eric Bischoff being the way he was, even with Evolution taking over the show, and they had titles. Them dudes had titles. Them dudes were having more titles than everybody. Every guy got a piece. Rob Van Dam was an Intercontinental title holder about maybe 5 or 6 times a month. Week. Carlito was one. Rene Dupree uh, and Grant, what is his name? Sylvier, which is a lot of Resistance, were tag team champions a lot. The Dudley Boys were champions. Them dudes were champions more, and even Eddie Chavo were champions. Even Johnny Nitro was an Intercontinental champion. That dude was Intercontinental champion 5 or 6 times a night. And then now we don't even get guys. We don't even have championship matches that much that the title can never change hands. So even if we get a guy who is a great Intercontinental or a great Universal Champion, it'll never happen. And that's the point. I don't get it. I don't get the madness because we have an Intercontinental title match every Raw, and I just, like, I'm bored. Like, I'm bored to tears because I'm like, yo, it's the same guys that they've been having a rivalry for almost a month now, and this rivalry is becoming stale. Like, you couldn't give it to Drew, you couldn't let him in the mix, or Baron. But I guess okay, because Bobby Lashley, this guy that you brought in 2008, and you bring him back now, 2019. This dude's supposed to be a guy. He's supposed to take on Brock. No, originally they had that plan because Bobby could have been the guy, but he was still stuck in TNA, dealing with America's Top Team, dealing with them, dealing with Moose, dealing with Impact, being the way they are, and they let him be champion. And now, and I mean this, and I like to put this, I like to put this word a little bit, and I like to use this reference here. See, even with Raw, they had a bunch of champions. Same thing with SmackDown. And even when SmackDown was aggression era, they had the United States title, and they even had they had the tag team titles. So even they were winning matches, and they still had they had a champion. No matter if even if SmackDown went, just how John Cena redesigned the WWE title, brought it back, and made the WWE title relevant because it was the undisputed title. And then, and they really don't want to admit that ECW actually did better with their champions because they actually had an ECW champion and actually made ECW a brand and actually had a bunch of dudes be on ECW like Christian and the rest of them to do it. And maybe with Joey Styles and Taz to do all that, and they had these big names like Viscera, and they had guys like him, and they had Big Show, and they had Umaga and Mark Henry and the rest of these dudes that would come in the mix and do it. Because you don't get a lot of guys now. And today's now 2019, 16 years later, look what happened. We have a lot of big name staples, a lot of big name guys, but no title changes. Even with the Raw Tag Team Champions, it's like the Revival will drop those titles probably to Road Gable, and they'll probably let Road Gable run the show for a couple of minutes. And here's the thing I'm gonna hit you guys with, right? I'm gonna hit you guys with a hypothetical. See, what's gonna happen between the draft and SummerSlam and between Money in the Bank? And what they're gonna do, right? They're gonna get rid of. They're gonna put to Velveteen Dream in a situation. They're gonna bring him. They're gonna bring him to Raw, right? See if he likes Raw or SmackDown, right? And what's gonna end up happening? They're gonna screw the crap out of Velveteen Dream. That's what's gonna happen. But this is a hypothetical, right? Because the thing is, they can drop that title and make so many people come NXT get that want to fight for that title. The top guys meaning Ricochet, Alistair, Johnny, Tommaso, anybody they can get, they'll get. And they could probably get Adam Cole and Undisputed Era. But the Undisputed Era is gonna do some shit that they've never done before. That's what's gonna end up happening. Like I said, they don't know what they want to do. Because at the end of the day, like I said, they're gonna, like I said, they are gonna do, like I said, what they're gonna do, right? Undisputed Era, like I said, the title, like I said, I'm seeing it, man. I see it, bro. I see it so many times with people, and I see it with Raw, and I'm seeing it tonight. Them belts are not, because the thing is, the Revival are getting sick of being shelved and freaking jobber. Like, come on. They're not even making a dent with these dudes. And that's the truth. They don't make a dent with these dudes because the thing is they can get these guys to do anything, but they're not. Like, come on. And then you have a women's tag team division with the two champions that are successfully defending those titles, but Nia Jax and Tamina are the only people you're gonna throw at them. I mean, you could have got people from NXT to care, and that's the thing that you can get them to do it. Or you could have got people from SmackDown. But let's think about this for a minute. SmackDown will probably would defend them to have many people have Carmella and Naomi fight them dudes. Probably fight Asuka. Probably have Charlotte. Probably have a bunch of people. Probably have more. Because what's gonna end up happening between the two is Raw's gonna get tired of doing it. They're gonna shelf those titles. See, they need people, man. They need women's champions. They need people that need to keep going, and they need them. That's the point. They don't do anything. At least with the cruiserweights, they're doing more with them, and they're making them fight for that title, and they're giving Drew Gulak and Tony Nese and the rest of these dudes, and they're giving them a lot of push that they needed a long time ago. And I like the fact that Drake Maverick takes these guys, and he's not making them feel like idiots, and he's not. And I'm glad Drew Gulak doesn't have the suit. I'm glad. I'm glad Noam Dar is doing what he's doing in the NXT in the UK. I'm glad he's doing that. I'm glad he's having a ball with that. I'm glad Mustafa's doing his thing on SmackDown and kicking ass and doing what he does. I'm glad he's doing that. But here's the thing. I want so much from Raw tonight. And like I said, guys, I think Raw is going to suck. I think it's going to be bad because the thing is, the realization is Raw doesn't see it, man. The realization Raw doesn't see it, bro, is the fact that he's still trying to give that flagship show something, and and they're not choking it by the throat. They're stuffing it with the same old people, and Finn's gonna get fed up and go to freaking SmackDown and be a WWE champion. He's gonna get sick of it because the thing is, he can't. They're not gonna put him anywhere else because Raw's not gonna give him that title shot because Carl Anderson and Gallows won't. The club won't. The club are doing something. They're on SmackDown. How the heck is Finn not there? And Finn could have been something with AJ and had a brawl with that dude and had a fight with them and did something with him. That was the realism. That if they would have brought Cody back or Kenny from New Japan and put him in this ring roster, that way he could have been on SmackDown. So if Kenny came in, oh, SmackDown's got a big name player. They got the big guy. They got Kenny. Then we got Cody. They could put him on Raw. That means he could dominate and do what he's been doing on the independent scene as much as he does. Make Brandy be on the women's side, be the women's division, take over the women's division. Then she could be a women's champion. She be universal. He can be universal because he's never faced Brock Lesnar, see? But he'd be facing Seth. See, nobody ever speaks about him. Dustin would be able to see his brother, and it would be good for the Rhodes family. It would be good. Now, like I said, like tonight, I think it's going to suck. I think the segments are going to be more like I've seen the last couple of weeks. I think that because Roman Reigns isn't really doing what he's doing, and he's out of the Universal title picture, he's going to go with Drew. Drew wants to have a fight with him, and Drew wants to have this rivalry, thinking that's going to really be the end of it, or that's going to be the show, or that's going to be the thing with him. And I think it's kind of a dumb rivalry because he's a psychopath, which I get to a point, and Dean is being Dean. I don't know. I just feel like Dean is he's here, and the dude should have been left. But I don't think he wants. I think he wants to be Universal Champion. That's why I think he won't leave. He wants to be Universal Champion, dude. Same thing with Seth. If Seth becomes Universal Champion and kicks the crap out of Brock Lesnar, and that means we get matches. That means we get matches with this dude, and we get matches like with Braun and the stuff we should have got the first 2 years when he had the belt. Like I said, anyway. But like I said, guys, like, comment, subscribe, peace.